Hello and welcome, or welcome back, to the Sales Enablement Festival. Thank you to our sponsors for helping us bring this event to life. We are excited to feature an array of amazing speakers sharing their knowledge and expertise on a variety of enablement topics, from metrics and measurement to building and scaling enablement teams. If you haven't already, you can join the SEC Slack group to engage with speakers and continue the discussion with your fellow attendees. Enjoy the festival.
Good day, everybody. My name is Caroline Holiday, and I am Head of Sales Enablement at Wirecard Solutions South Africa. It's fantastic to be presenting at this year's Sales Enablement Festival. And my topic that I want to share with you today is how to deliver client centricity across the business value chain. Our learning topics for today that I want us to discuss is I want to use my experience and knowledge that I've encountered and gained over the last 25 years to show you how business has evolved over time, why sales enablement should be a holistic approach, why buyers will start buying from an organization, why it is important to place people at the heart of your business, where to invest. There's always a fine balance between sales or retention strategies, how to deliver on client centricity through your business value chain, and then tips. I know sales enablement is a fairly new concept, especially in South Africa and in our business. And I wanted to demonstrate our approach that we took to sales enablement. Sales enablement in an organization is no longer just the function of the salespeople to ensure that the business is growing and that revenue and objectives are achieved. The sales enablement function in our business is responsible for the training, the processes, the practices, and the tools needed to support the product sales and marketing areas throughout the business journey. The key focus for us is to translate and socialize various strategies, both from a functional and a business point of view, and ensure that everyone is aligned to increase engagement satisfaction and improve our KPIs across the value chain. I have more than 25 years experience in business in a corporate environment across multiple disciplines, anything from product sales, marketing, and various industries. So I've worked in construction, I've worked in financial services, I've worked in loyalty, and I've seen similar strategies and evolution in businesses. And when I prepared for my topic, I had to reflect and look back and see which business and organizations have applied certain of these typical evolution steps in their businesses, which resulted in success at the end of the day. So in construction, when I used to sell hydraulic equipment, that was more than 25 years ago, so I don't want to give my age away. It was all about the numbers. It was about growth, revenue, projections, volumes. It was very little involvement with our clients' needs, managing their expectations. Then the next evolution that happened was measuring customer value, and big data hit the market. I'm still not convinced that there's actually a business out there that really uses big data to their advantage in the way that is meaningful to drive and grow their business success. Then it was the Internet of Things. There was this craze that it was all about technology. We took the human factor out of our experiences. It was all about transformation, digitalization, automation, and people battled to actually incorporate it in an overall business strategy. And there was very little in terms of listening to our customers. Then the next craze evolution hit, and it was all about customer service. Everyone improved their SLAs, the time it took for you to answer a call, because automation is now something part of your business ecosystem. But again, it wasn't about solving business problems or people problems for that matter. The next buzzword, customer centricity, it's all about taking your customer, building your strategies around the customer, but without using the information in terms of what your customers actually say about you or about the experience to your advantage. I think with COVID, there is now a next phase, which is human-driven or human-led strategies. We hear about technology, which is AI, also trending in the market. However, I'm still not convinced that people are using that to drive human experiences where it matters. So why I'm passionate about putting people at the heart of an organization, and I'm not saying putting clients at the heart of the organization, because I firmly believe that you're both an employee and a client or a customer at some point in time. You can't really disconnect the two. So as an employee, you have your own personal values. And when you choose an organization, you choose an organization where their business values are similar to yours. You are driven by your own aspirations. You have your own fears, like clients, like businesses, like organizations. You want a cultural fit. I've worked in organizations where the cultural fit wasn't ideal, and I had to make a decision. Was it worth the while? And I couldn't actually perform to my optimum. Employees don't want to be numbers, and they want to be treated with authenticity and ensuring that they are accepted and they have a sense of belonging and that they are actually adding value. And that's why employee feedback is such an important thing when you try and be human-led and not numbers-driven at the end of the day. Your clients are exactly the same. So your clients also have their own personal values. They are individuals. They have their own needs and wants. And you need to make sure that your products and services and your experiences that you're creating from a business perspective actually match with that of your client. They have their own aspirations. I think we've all heard these terms. I'm not a number. I want to be treated on a personal level. I want, my experience was not great with X brand XYZ. So it's really important that you place the people or the human factor at the heart and the core of everything that you do. Here's some tips and some stats. Why buyers actually stop buying from companies. 89% of buyers buy purely based on the experience that they had. Overall experience, not just their sales experience or brand experience or servicing experience. 80% value experience as much as products and services. 57% of them stop buying due to competitor experiences being better. Sometimes in our value chain, we leave our clients feeling vulnerable. And if they're vulnerable, it gives the competition an opportunity to take them from you before they've actually been onboarded successfully. A sale is also not a sale until you have a happy client or a transacting client or an activated client. And in Sales Training 101, that is the fundamental pillar or basis that I base my sales training on. So where to find the balance in your strategies? Every year when you do your planning from an organization perspective, there's always a balance between, do we grow on new accounts or do we retain our loyal clients? We know the facts. We know acquisition costs 6 to 7 times more than retention. We know that our past customers will actually convert 70% more than actually our new prospects. We know if we just improve our retention rates by 5%, that it can boost our profits. However, in most organizations, I've not seen as much focus being placed on retention than what they actually place on acquisition. Customer retention is between 5 to 25 times less expensive than trying to attract new customers. If you take your marketing activities, your brand awareness, everything that encompasses your company, it makes sense to focus equally on your sales and your retention strategies. So how do you go about implementing this client-centric or human-led strategy within your business? The first step that you have to consider, and that is the basis of everything in your organization, is you have to be able to effectively communicate your business strategy and align business objectives across the value chain. I've worked in many organizations where it, strategies are designed in silos. There's a sales strategy, there's a customer service strategy, there's an overarching business strategy. And it's this beautifully designed deck that sits on someone's desktop or laptop or whatever server you want to call it. And if you ask any one of the employees in the business what the actual overarching business strategy is or objectives for and goals for the year, half of the business I know would not be able to answer you on that factor. There are funky tools and support tools that you can use to translate your business strategy that can speak to every single functional area within your organization. I've included a business case, a business model that you can actually use. There's strategizer, templates that you can use. It will actually encompass your entire strategy on one single page. So you can actually then deliver your strategy effectively across multiple functions within your organization. The pillars to really understand and define that strategy is you need to really define who your target customers are. We've heard now that clients and employees want to be treated like individuals. They have their own wants and needs. So do you know who you want to attract? Do you know which customers you want to retain? You also have to listen and learn how customers actually feel about your company. Clients expect to do business with reputable organizations. They want you to live up to your promises. So social listening and using the information throughout your customer touch points is really important to get a sense of how you actually are perceived in the market. You have to align technologies, processes to your customer needs. You have to humanize those processes. I've worked in organizations and I've consulted in organizations where you can physically feel clients being passed off from the sales team into the onboarding team, into the welcome call team, into the integrations team. And feedback that you get from the employees is, when they hit service, that sales didn't explain the product properly, hence the reason we have to do another sales process. It's us and them mentality. It's not my job mentality. So we have to align our technologies, our processes, that we actually deliver a seamless experience for our clients. We have to map and improve our customer journeys. If you haven't mapped it out, you wouldn't know where the pain points are. You wouldn't know where you wow your customers, and you wouldn't know where you are losing your customers. You have to engage leadership and staff. Consistently provide feedback. Two-way communication is important. Transform your culture and reward system. I've seen it in businesses, especially the motor industry, where sales staff are heavily incentivized. And when it gets to your car going out of warranty, there's very little retention strategies in place to remain people loyal to that brand. That's one example. There's multiple examples that I can use. So you need to incentivize across the value chain. People want a sense of belonging. And if they don't feel that they are contributing to the overall success of the business, you will have failure in your customer journeys. You have to measure where it matters. Your performance is key. So your business objective and your business KPIs need to be consistently tracked across metrics. You need functional metrics, but you also need your sales enablement individual to track every metrics across the business. Or you have a customer champion that can actually track and provide feedback, that can actually be the golden thread throughout this process. Incorporate client and not just client or customer feedback into your design or your experience design. Employees are just as important. Map your customer journey. This is one of my passion points. You have to map your customer journey, not from the inside out, but from the outside in. You need to understand who your customer segments are, your customer personas are, what they would expect from the experience. People want simplicity, people want reliability, transparency. They don't want to have fluff. Don't hide behind failures in your service or in your design. You have to track it across and measure your experience, your pain points, and the emotions your clients have when they are dealing with you. It's not just one area that will actually impact the experiences your clients have with your organization. When you realize that there are pain points within your customer journey, be flexible in your approach, change your approach, fix what needs to be done, and test, track, and monitor. In closing, in my opinion, sales enablement is not just a function of the sales team in an organization. It's not just the coaching and growth of people and individuals in one aspect. Every single person in your organization is responsible for the growth of the business, either through the sales or retention strategy. The overall success of any business is to sell and support and deliver value. It's less about your products and services. It's all about cross-functional collaboration, design and input from all client touch points. The worst thing you can do is build a business strategy without having input and feedback from your most valuable asset in your business, which is your value chain or your customer journey ambassadors. I hope this session was meaningful to you, and I hope that each of you can use some of this information to deliver value to your business as well as your clients in the future. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.